Okay, so I've only got a few pages to show you in this video, but I thought I would upload it anyway, just to kind of keep the ball rolling. So in this video, I'm going to go through day 11, day 12, and day 13, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday of last week. So I'll go through each page with you now. Okay, so I'm ready to start December the 11th now. This is a Monday, and I'm doing a catch-up from the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've got to try and remember what we did on that day. I have a feeling it was a quiet day because I don't have that many photos. It was just a Friday, so I was probably busy at home and then probably quite tired in the evening. It looks like we had a hot chocolate, so I've got a couple of photos of that to go in. And that's about it really. So I've got my 11 number. And the prompt for today, for Create December, for this day, was tree. So I pulled out this page, so starting a new page, which I've obviously painted a tree on, so that works. And I wanted to use one of these little doodads that I'd made, which is like a little card-shaped thing. And I was thinking perhaps I could have, it was quite big, isn't it? But I thought if I could have it at the bottom, so like a house with a tree behind it, and I might do a few more trees and I don't know, maybe put that on a hill, not sure. Decorate the tree probably, because if I put the photos in here, which I probably will, so say they've gone in there, there's not actually that much else on the page, so I'll probably just have a bit of a doodle today really on this page. I pulled this out in case I want to use it as a sort of a border, or there's to kind of be like the ground. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of a relaxed play today with this one. Oh, one thing, I I was rummaging through my stash because I was thinking to myself, I had this sheet that my friend sent, and obviously this has trees on, and I was thinking, oh, I'd like to use this one, and I thought it was on paper, and I thought it was just a piece of paper, and perhaps if I folded it in half, I could have it as an extra page. When I bind my book, I'll just have it as a page in there. And then I was looking at it, and on the back, it's sticker paper, and I was like, oh, it's stickers. So I might cut these out and use these and do a little forest, perhaps, a forest effect. So that's also something that I'm hoping to use today. So yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so that's my day 11 finished. I really enjoyed using the sticker trees that my friend sent because they're all slightly different, painted, different shapes, different colours. So that was really fun to put those all at the side here. And the tree in the middle, I enjoyed sticking the sort of the orangey bauble-y shapes on. That was quite fun. I haven't done that so far in this journal. And I've actually got a few bits left, so I can use them. I can just stick them on a page somewhere as a piece of ephemera, so that's quite fun. I've left a space at the top here to do a bit of journaling, and then obviously inside my little house flap out I've got space to write in here as well. And that's it really, not too much to say about that, except perhaps I'll just give you a little close-up of the texture on the tree, because that was really fun to do and I had to really force myself to stop doing that part. Yeah. Obviously, when the light catches it, you can sort of see the texture a bit better, but that was really fun. So, yeah, that is my day 11. Okay, so we're on to day 12 now, and day 12 is going to be a bit of a big day, I think, because it was Saturday and it was the day of the Christmas show at my son's nursery. So I've got quite a few photos here of the children. Obviously, I've covered faces up. So what I'll probably do is I'll stick these down on the part those photos are going to go on first. I'll do that off camera so I don't have to keep covering up all their faces. I mean, you can't really see anything, they're teeny, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. So I'm going to stick those down off camera, and then I'll get on with the rest of the page on camera. So I've chosen my 2 pages. Well, one of them is obviously the reverse of yesterday of 11. So that's that one. So I've just got the green squarey rectangular thing at the bottom. And then I chose this one as the second page because I know I'm going to need 2, because, at least I think I'm going to need 2. I'll work it out. Okay, so I've chosen this one because Create December prompt for day 12 was scarf, and I thought I could maybe make these into some fun scarves by adding like the tassels on and maybe some patterns up them. I did have the idea that you could do washi tape. You could, if you're doing this prompt, you could stick a piece of washi tape down, add fringe on the end with a pen, and then there you are, you have some scarves. So that's also another idea which I had. But since I've got the paint already on the page, I think I'll just use the paint. So yeah, as I said, what I'm going to do is put the photos from the school, on the nursery school, on a sort of hidden element, so I don't have to keep hiding it. And I figured I'd use my pocket, which I made from the cover of Winston, what was it again? How Winston Delivered Christmas. So I made this pocket right at the beginning. And I thought what I would do, rather than sticking it on the page because it's quite tough, I'm actually going to attempt, when I come to bind this, which I'm getting more and more nervous about, by the way, when I come to bind it, I'm just going to bind this as a separate page. So I'll bind that page, then I'll bind this in, and then I'll bind that page. So what I did was I got my sewing machine and I sewed a line along here so that this way, when I put the journal card in, it will stop at this line here. The sewing machine, the sewing stitches will stop it from going further. And then this space here is where I can punch the holes so that when I come to bind it, it'll be attached that way, basically. That's the plan. So this element I can just do separately, and probably what I will do is stick as many of the school photos on as possible, and then get that sort of hidden, secreted away, ready to go in. Yeah, and then I'll just decorate the rest of the pages in my usual over-the-top manner. I think that's the plan. Oh, and I've got this piece of packaging here because they receive gifts from the nursery school every year, funded like by the parent association. And my son got Minecraft Lego, which we played a lot with over the weekend. So, and he for some reason destroyed the box, and I was like, no, I was going to use that as ephemera. No, but what I'll just glue it together. It won't matter because I want to have this picture here. I really wanted to use that one. So it's fine, I'll just glue it together somehow and put that somewhere. So that's there to remind me to do that, basically. All right, so I'll just get started. Okay, that is day 12 done. I think it's done. I still want to do more, but I'm running out of time and I need to do day 13 as well today, catching up from the weekend. So this is what I'm going to do for day 12. 2 pages, 2 sides. I managed to do the scarves in the background. You can't really see them all that well, but they're there. I've done the Create December prompt. Managed to piece together the torn up Lego box onto here with the 2 photos of my son opening it, or being excited having opened it. This is some baking we did in the evening. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. We just made some more gingerbread biscuits and then made them into those sort of melted snowman biscuit cookie things. My son was watching cartoons most of the time, so I'm going to take credit for most of the work. He's really enjoying this cartoon at the moment called Crayon Shin-chan, or Kureon Shin-chan. It's actually quite funny, so I'm happy him watching that in the background. On this side, just a couple of photos of my son from his little show. I made this into a hill because I wanted to have a darker background behind my number, because I find my numbers are getting quite lost on the page. A lot of the times you can hardly see them, so you have to like search to find out what day it was. I think next year I'm going to do the numbers bigger and make them more the focus rather than the image, make the number a bit more standouty, because I do find myself looking at the pages and thinking, what day was this? So I thought if I sort of, there was originally a green box, if I extended it into a sort of a little hill, put the house on the hill with the dark background, this stood out a bit more, so it's a bit easier to see. And then since it was a hill, I figured I'd paint some little Christmassy trees along the top. And then once I'd stuck the photos down here, I felt like I just needed I wanted to stick some more bits on. So I went through my tin of little cutouts and chose a couple of birds. I guess birds singing songbirds, because they were doing a lot of singing at the show. and also they're red, and that kind of brings out the red of the house and the red of the prop here. Yeah, had a bit of fun with some washi tape my friend sent, because a really nice sparkly one, and I did the yellow border because I wanted to bring in some more yellow, because I knew this side had the yellow scarves, and decided to make it into sort of a leafy thing. And again on this side, to match this side, I brought in some green of the hill and put it into the background around here, just trying to get like a balanced colour thing. Yeah, it doesn't feel incredibly Christmassy to me, but then it's very easy for me to go off on tangent with colours and things. But it reflects the day that we had, and yeah, I quite like bits of it, so I'm fine with that. And then to go in the centre, obviously my pocket will go in here. So actually, having said that, I didn't even need to make them tie in, did I? Because this is going to go slap bang in the middle and you're not going to see them together, so oh well. Never mind. So yeah, this will go in between the two pages, I think. And so it'll look like that on one side, and then it will look like that the other way, but that looks quite nice, so I'm okay with that. So as I say, on the back of this journaling card is the photos from the school, so I've just shoved them all over the back here, and the front I've decorated with a bit of washi paper stuck down and a bit of lovely tape my friend sent, and I can write on here a bit about the day. This is actually a one of the vintage, one of these little vintage tags. I just folded it in half so it wraps around to the other side. This little mushroom came off the washi tape. I just stuck it on and did some little painty bits here. So yeah, that will go in here. Pop in like that, and it'll get sewn in like that, and that will stick out the edge, which is quite nice, because I did want to have lots of tags sticking out the side of my book. Yeah, so that is my day 12. Okay. Okay, so we're on to day 13. So if I can get this one done today, then I'm all caught up, because it's the 14th today. So the 13th was yesterday. So I'm going to try and get this one done. So what did we do yesterday? Yesterday was Sunday. We didn't really do that much actually, because obviously Saturday was such a busy day with the Christmas show. The advent calendar activity was craft, and I chose to do like pottery painting. There isn't anywhere locally where you can do like painting in pottery that I know of. I did try to look, but I couldn't find one. So all I did was I ordered some pens from Amazon, I think. They're like pens that, I guess like Sharpies, I don't know, but they're special pens for painting on ceramic, and then you can just fire it in your oven. So I bought some of those, and I said, let's paint Christmassy things. So I proceeded to paint 2 Christmassy sort of themed dishes. But my son decided that he wanted to do Mario, so he's got a couple of Mario dishes there. Yeah, bless him. So that's what he wants to do, because he's all into Super Mario at the moment. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of the mug I painted, because I'm probably not going to use it as a drinking mug. I did try, but because of the shape of it, it's really easy to spill, and your tea gets cold really quick. So probably what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually move it into the office and just use it to store ephemera in, like when I'm doing my Christmas journal. So you might see it around next year, probably. And while I'm here, I wanted to show you the drinks mags on, because these are done by my mum. She did like paper, she cut these out with paper, I think, and then she scanned them into the computer and made them into like a set of drink mats. And she did ladies having tea throughout the ages, and she researched all the costumes for that era and did all the details and the lighting and what teapots they would be using. They're really lovely. Yeah, so I just wanted to show off her creation as well. Okay, back to the journal. I did do a paper craft. I got this really nice paper craft book, and we made a snowman up yesterday as well. So I put him in as well, because he's quite a cute one. Yeah, and then I decorated the window. It was supposed to be both of us doing it, but in the end he was playing Mario. So like on the iPad, like an iPad game, Mario Jump, I think.
So while he was doing that, I did this, and it's just it's a tiny little window we've got just above a desk, and I just put some sort of wadding along the bottom, like you would use in quilting. Put some little snowmen I made the other year in, strung it up with like solar lights, so I don't have to turn them on and off. They just go on automatically when it gets dark. And cut out some paper trees and some snowflakes. And then, yeah, so I'm going to put that in. So for my ephemera, I actually have some rejects, one that went wrong. So I might try and use that in it. These were from when I was cutting out trees, I think. They were sort of like the bits that I cut away. But I was actually thinking perhaps I could stick them on here and sort of make them into tree branchy things. I don't know. Anyway, I grabbed them to use possibly. And then the theme, the Create December prompt for today is elves, and I haven't got time to draw an elf or do anything particularly elfy. So I'm probably going to try and use this this piece of ephemera that I'd made because it has some elves on that I drew previously. So I might just try and use that today because I've got all this stuff I made that I need to use up. So I'm thinking to possibly do that as a tip-in, like that. And then obviously that opens up if I want to write on the back. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to crack on with that one. Okay, so there is my finished page for day 13, 30th of December. I did it really rushed, like half an eye on the clock the whole time. But yeah, I think it's all right. It'll do. It's got everything I wanted on it. It's got my paper cutouts I've made into the tree parts, and I did a bit in the background here of one of the snowflakes. Originally went on it with pen, and then I felt like it was a bit too stark, the contrast between the dark blue pen and the white paper. So then I went over it with the blue paint, sort of mute that out. What else to say? Green and gold always works, and I ended up with blue on this one as well. And I just swooshed a piece of blue paint around here and did a little wiggly line with the gold pen just to kind of tie that into this side. And then luckily this border, I'd already stuck this on, I made this in my preparation stage. That border matches this one here, so that's quite nice. And the tree matches that, so it all kind of worked out without having to make too much effort, thankfully, because I'm in a rush. Yeah, and then this one on the front, and I just sort of shoved a bit of blue paint to make the day 13 sticker stand out a bit more, and swooshed some blue paint here and some dots from the glitter gel pen to kind of tie into this part, and again with the gold stars under here. So yeah, this flips out, little photo there, and I can journal on here. I can probably stick something here if I don't have to write anything much on there. That green matches that, so that was like completely accidental, which is great. Yeah, and then obviously journaling space on the back here as well. So yeah, it all worked out thankfully, because I'm like mega rushed and there's not much battery on my camera. So I think I managed it. So that is day 13. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too fast for you. Do tell me if you think it's going a bit too fast. But yeah, I think probably the next video I do is going to be, I'll probably do another 4 days worth, so probably from Monday to Thursday of this week, and then see if I can get one uploaded on Friday for you. So yeah, any questions, please put them in the comments section below. I'll try and link everything if I remember to link everything. And I hope you're all having a good week, and thank you very much for watching, as always. Okay, bye.